Welcome back to another episode of Real Aussie Adventures, where it took me 6 matches to light 1 gas stove. Only just fueled up, and now we're on our way to Kings Canyon. I completely forgot that we were visiting Kings Canyon and West MacDonnell National Park, and was like, oh, you know, we'll go through Alice tomorrow and everything, and Jacob's sort of sitting there going, what about Kings Canyon? Like, we're not finished with the Northern Territory just yet. So yes, I completely forgot about Kings Canyon.
Also, where are we staying tonight? Tomorrow night? Kings Canyon. Oh, that's right. We're not leaving Northern Territory tomorrow.
Yes. But anyway, that's that. We're on our way. And yeah, life is good. My car feels a little heavy this morning. There is nothing extra in my car. If anything, there is less because I put rubbish in the bin and used up a few ingredients. But I don't know, maybe it's the wind. I'm not sure. Who knows? Made it to Wataka, or Kings Canyon National Park. Currently just stopped at the information plaques. Gonna have a look. Also give me a good excuse to actually get out and stretch my legs because I've been sitting in my car for the past nearly 3 hours. So, you know, doesn't feel like that long though. But then again it does. We've arrived at our first stop, Kathleen Springs. I nearly missed the turnoff. Well, actually I did miss the turnoff. Like it zoomed past, I stared at it the whole time, drove past it, and then bang, it was like, oh, that was Kathleen Springs. We had to stop there. Anyway, we turned around, stopped. We are the only car in the car park, so I don't know whether to feel happy about that or kind of slightly concerned or perturbed. I guess being around Uluru where there are cars everywhere and you're sort of going, oh gosh, can I get a car park, or do I have to park halfway up the main road? But bang, got a car park right next door. Anyway, that's kind of part of it. But I just experienced my first scariest long drop toilet ever. It wasn't scary because it's like, gosh, I could literally fall through that hole. It was scary because I could not see into it. And often there's at least like a little tiny skerrick of light where you can see the white toilet paper of the person before. But I couldn't see anything. And I am like, there could be a monster down there, ready to just like grab me and pull me down. It was kind of freaky. Not to mention the whole toilet cubicle was just like black and dark and gloomy. Anyway, we're gonna go for a little walk. It's a bit windy as you can see, but yes, that is that. Kings Canyon walk. Stopped at the campsite for this evening to get a spot, find our spot, and check in. And the really crazy thing is, we ended up being, well, we're neighbours, front and back neighbours, with someone who we literally bumped into on the road just before, so that's really interesting and kind of funny. Not to mention, I gave them the fright of their life when I pulled in behind them. The guy was like, "Oh, you frightened me." I guess I don't think he was expecting to see me, nor was I expecting to see his caravan. So we begun the Kings Canyon Gorge Rim walk, I think. It is a 6-kilometre, sort of 4-hour hike, and Jacob has just pointed out to me that he thinks that sort of plain right there is what we have to walk up. Crikey. That is, yeah, just crikey. The thing I'm absolutely loving about this national park is these benches. Aren't they so cute? Look at the shape of these rocks. In fact, there's like a tiny little cave here, but they are literally straight out of Minecraft. As Jacob pointed out, this is in fact the climb that we have to do. I don't know if my calves and my thighs are looking forward to this, but I know that my physical endurance is. Let's go. Well, I'm really glad that they put stairs, or not benches, stairs. Really glad that they put benches at the top until you look up and realize it's not the top. We're dead. That was quite the climb. And we're probably about halfway. Whew. Just down there is where we were before. All the way.
People over there too.
Right down there. The views up here are absolutely incredible. And I just want to say that that rock right there looks like someone's grabbed a circular saw and just sliced right through it. I also read on the sign that some of those blocks of rock that have fallen are bigger than a house. I mean, I'm sure it's not bigger than my house because I have a rather large house, but for some like one-story houses, that is huge. That's massive. And not to mention, quite frankly, very, very frightening. Though I probably wouldn't know what hit me if one hit me. Probably wouldn't know anything after one hit me. But that is not my mind to say. But the last major rockfall actually occurred in 2016, so 10 years ago. Are we due for another? Who knows? And who am I to say? Just look at how lush this landscape is. It almost rivals the bungle bungles in Western Australia, only falling short because the colour of it is not, it doesn't have the bands like the bungle bungles do, and it's the Northern Territory, not Western Australia. So obviously I'm going to be a little bit biased based on my home state, but this is something that the bungle bungles did not have. Look at that sheer edge right there. We looked at the time, it was 4:15ish, and Jacob was like, oh, we got to get our skates on so we can make it back in time for sunset at the caravan park that we're staying at. And I agreed. I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't mind walking in dusk, but I would like to get back for the sunset. But lo and behold, what do we find when we turn the corner? A lookout. And you best believe that we are doing said lookout. And yes, I have put down my water bottle to do said lookout because it said it was a 600-metre return. But I'm starting to think to myself that it was kind of 600 metres one way. But that's our lookout, and kind of all the way right back between those rocks is where we came from. But then again, I'm no measuring distances mathematician, so I wouldn't know. I'm going to look for this collapsed bridge. Oh yeah, just deep over there. I'm pretty sure is where the old bridge was. Is really something magical and not something I knew existed at all at our first little wander, because you've got this little billabong just down there, and it also connects to a little flowing lake river all the way down.
River.
It's quite magical. And back up we go. Way back up. We needed to get our skates on, so we took another 600-metre detour to
The Garden of Eden waterhole.
Yeah, super duper serene. You're not allowed to swim here because it's a man's place. Men aren't allowed to swim here either, but it's a sacred male site. I get to be in here. I don't mind. You're allowed though to splash your face with the water, just not to hop in. And because I'm hot and bothered, I am definitely going to take splashing my face with a little bit of this water. Oh, it's so cool. refreshing. Scenery here, as I've mentioned already, is amazing. Also, have never been on a bushwalk or started a hike, bushwalk, travel track this late in the day. And as much as we're rushing to try and get the sunset at the caravan park, I'm actually here for it because it's quite a bit cooler, and there's respite in where the sun's dipped down over the hills already. But am I somewhat mildly a little concerned that we're going to be here in the dark? Only a little bit. But am I excited and ready for the adventure and the journey that it will take me on? Yes. Yes, I am. I am indeed. But that's what I'm here for, is the adventure and the self-discovery and everything in between. This place is just too beautiful to not have the video going all the time. There's also so many spots just to stop and have a look and have a read. Goodness, we're on a skedaddle. I almost fell over then. Oh, and the gate's shut, but thankfully it's just when you've got to pull. Here's me thinking that they locked the gate on us. I think we're on our final descent. We stopped and got chatting to a family of 4 from Holland. Lovely people, absolutely lovely. I got talking about where they're going, what they're doing, and everything in between. I also found out that Holland is an incredibly flat place, where bridges are what they like to call mountains, which I thought was quite funny. But I had no idea that Holland was so flat. Like, genuinely flat. Very flat. But yes, so I'm grateful that I'm in Australia where we have hills and mountains. Even though I'm an absolute mad lad for climbing them and attempting to conquer them. But yes, no, we ended up leaving them in our dust, unfortunately, because our walking pace is significantly faster than the average Joe. So, yeah. I just want to say, hallelujah. We made it. That is a sign for sore eyes, the one that says car park, not toilet. Hallelujah. We did it. It's probably not that great that I have water still remaining. We did it! Hooray! Oh my gosh, I can't see a thing with this sun. We did it! We did the walk. And as you probably just heard me say, the sun, which means I think we will make it for the sunset, given that our campground is only 9-minute drive away. And yeah, I can't see a thing. Oh, whoopsies. And yeah, so we'll drive back, probably end up being more of a 15-minute drive because it's 9 minutes to the actual hub reception. And then our little areas a little bit further in and a little bit around, and take this turn, turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left type thing, and cut around here. And gosh, it's certainly not the easiest of campsites to get to that we've been to. I mean, it's not the furthest away campsite that we've ever had, but in terms of accessibility, I would definitely say it's the furthest. But I'm not complaining because we get to have a shower tonight, and definitely need a shower after conquering a 4 to 6 hour walk in 2.5 hours, including an extra 45 minutes of lookout walk. And yes, we read everything. And yeah, we actually stopped and did breathe. It's just we did it in less time than they said. We made it back to camp for the sunset. I was somewhat expecting the sunset viewing platform to face the sunset, but the sunset is that way. I don't know if the view will be slightly different. It's probably because it levels down on the canyon. But yes, we did it, we made it. Whew, I'm glad. We're going out for dinner again. We've got garlic bread and burgers. I'm excited because Jacob's going to give me the avocado in his chicken burger. Back to the rooftop tent to get our shower bags, and then we're going to go have a shower. I am really ready for bed. Well, had our showers, and now I'm relaxing in bed, waiting for Jacob to finish up. Unfortunately though, I was really hoping to get a little video. They've got another light sort of light trail, like they did at Uluru last night here, but on a much smaller scale, and they're more sort of, I guess, barrels with lights on them, made by the same guy actually, so Bruce Munro. And they had them on and we could see them from our little campsite. But unfortunately, getting back from the showers, they turned off the lights, so I couldn't take a little beautiful panorama of that. But picture last night's lights, but on barrels. So I guess a lit up barrel and rainbow colours as well. But it was really, really pleasant to look at. But yeah, that's that. I will now switch off. So thank you for watching another episode of Real Aussie Adventures. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow we travel across the Marini Loop. Apparently the road is rough as guts, and yeah, definitely a 4-wheel drive road, but for no other purpose other than it's rough as guts.